Hello students, today we will study the third dynasty of Delhi Sultanate, that is Tughlaq Dynasty. This is one of the important dynasty as it ruled about a century from 1320, and the founder of Tughlaq Dynasty was Ghiyasuddin Tughlaq. His actual name was Ghazi Malik, and after the throne he changed his name, and all this we have discussed in the previous video. Ghiyasuddin built a city near Delhi called Tughlaqabad. He was an able ruler and good administrator. He reduced taxes and improved irrigation facilities, but he was not able to continue for a long time as everyone wanted the power, and soon his son Mohammed bin Tughlaq killed him and taken over the throne. So the next ruler, Mohammed bin Tughlaq. Mohammed bin Tughlaq was a very learned man. He had deep knowledge in philosophy, mathematics, medicine, and logic. He knew several languages like Persian, Arabic, Turkish, and Sanskrit. We have more information about his period from the Moroccan traveler Ibn Battuta. Ibn Battuta lived the court of Mohammed bin Tughlaq for many years. Though he was very brilliant man of great ideas, but he failed to implement these ideas properly. So Mohammed bin Tughlaq called as wise fool. Let us see the administrative ideas of Mohammed bin Tughlaq. First, the transfer of capital. Sultan Muhammad bin Tughlaq decided to transfer his capital from Delhi to Devgiri, that is in Daulatabad. He argues this for two reasons. Firstly, he thought that Daulatabad would be a better place to control and administer the empire, and secondly, the Mongols constantly threatened Delhi. So, Daulatabad would never have such a problem. Muhammad bin Tughlaq instructed the entire population of Delhi to leave the city and move to Daulatabad. But soon he realized that it was impossible to keep a check on the northern frontier from Daulatabad. So he ordered the people to march back. The kingdom of Deccan saw this as a sign of a weak sultan and began to ask their independence. Next action was the taxation in Doab region. In order to increase revenue collection, the Sultan raised taxes on the peasants of Doab region. But Doab was facing a severe famine during this time. So, to raise taxes at such a time was a big mistake. Peasants abandoned their land. Finally, Sultan withdrawn his order. So, it was another mistake of Muhammad bin Tughlaq. Next, introduction of token currency. Muhammad bin Tughlaq introduced token coins in brass and copper. He said that these could be exchanged for silver coins at any time from the royal treasury. But he failed to check forgery. People started minting coins illegally. This caused the decline of trade. Foreign merchants refused to accept the token currency. The Sultan had to give silver coins in exchange for duplicate coins. As a result, the treasury became empty. Next, Kurasan Expedition. To expand his empire, Muhammad bin Tughlaq decided to conquer the place Kurasan. He mobilized a huge army and spent a large amount of money for weapons. Later, he abandoned the expedition. The army that was raised was disbanded. So, all these actions, changing of capital, policy of taxation, new token currency system, all this made Muhammad bin Tughlaq unpopular among common people. He lost the trust of peoples, nobles, and ulamas. Revolts broke out in Bengal, Gujarat, and Warangal. The Sultan lost control of the empire, and after the death of Muhammad bin Tughlaq, Firoz Shah Tughlaq became the Sultan. He realized that various measures adopted by Muhammad bin Tughlaq had displeased the ulama and the nobility. He therefore adopted some measures to appease the ulema and the nobles. He increased the salaries of the nobles and gave bigger jagirs to them. Jagir means the right to enjoy the revenue of a region on behalf of the king. Then soon the nobles and the ulema became very powerful and began to influence the policies of the kingdom. Next, we have to discuss about the welfare schemes of Firoz Shah Tughlaq. The welfare schemes of Firoz Shah Tughlaq. Firoz Shah Tughlaq introduced many welfare schemes for his people. He dug new tanks to store water for agricultural purposes. He repaired older tanks prepared by Iltutmish and Alauddin Khilji. He dug canals from the rivers Yamuna and Satluj. These canals irrigated a large area of land. He constructed 30 mosques, 40 buildings for educational institutions, hospitals, public baths, wells, and bridges. New cities were also built during his reign. He was a deeply religious man. He withdrew taxes that were against the spirit of Islam. He removed all pictures from the walls of the places. He prohibited women from visiting the tombs of holy saints. The death of Firoz Shah led to a war of succession. The last Tughlaq ruler, Muhammad Nasiruddin, ruled from AD 1395 to 1413. The invasion of Mongol ruler Timur in AD 1398 sealed the fate of the Tughlaq dynasty. He invaded India and looted Delhi. He killed thousands of people. Before leaving Delhi, Timur appointed Khizr Khan as his deputy in India. Then this led to the end of Tughlaq dynasty.